I'm going to cover chipping errors that I see in my lessons that doesn't allow the golfers that I see to master this. So to me, this is something that it's just technique driven. And I come up with 4 to 5 points that if you do these correct, that you're going to chip well. And to me, anybody can do them. It's not that athletic of a move. It's a very small move. We just have to understand how to do it technically. Okay. So I want to go over where I see some of the biggest errors today. Number one, I don't ever see any stations set up, and it's the simplest station in the world. You can just use a golf club. Everybody should have an aim stick in your golf bag. Why do I put this down? I'm a huge believer this club cannot come back behind us by hand height. If it does, I want to show you what happens. So if I take this back here and I start rotating, it's going to be behind the golf ball. I'll show you from this end. If this is the ball, I take it back, I turn, I want to come here. Now, if I get this thing about parallel with this by hand height that I turn, it's going to hopefully come down a little bit in front of the ball just with natural forces. You see where it comes there? Outside would be even more in front. A good way to adjust where you're landing. And I want all of you guys to start thinking about landing in front of it. We're not trying to scoop this thing up. We're not trying to lift it up in the air. We're using the loft of the club to get it up, okay? Now you can see how wet this grass is. It's going to be harder for me to put spin on it. But when you realize that, you can play the shot a little different. I had a little bit more height to help me stop it. But I just understand what I'm going to be dealing with. I'm probably going to take a small little divot because the grass is so wet. Normally I won't. So number one is we got to keep this club more out here. Can't get behind here. The other huge mistake I see is this trail arm bend. So I'll get this real narrow swing like this. So the person will hinge, a lot of hinge, which I have to get rid of now down here somewhere, instead of getting real wide. I want to just like this is this big arc. Real wide arc. Keep this right arm as straight as you can going back. I don't want a lot of wrist hinge. The more hinge I get like this, the more I have to get rid of down here. And that's hard. That's hard to time up. What I want to do is just figure out how to land this thing in front. I want to turn the target and hit it. So let's just try this. I like to see this foot flared out wide, so it's easier to turn and face the target, which is one of the big principles I have. Turning and face the target, we finished. Turn and face the target, hit in front. Good chance you may have done well. So we're going to get here. This is when these shoulders are real tilted. Golfers have the same kind of lean normally. What does this want to do? It wants to get the club back here. I don't have a lot of time. It's only from here to here. I don't have the full swing to make these adjustments. Try to get the shoulders level, and that's what moves our weight left, okay? Everybody just tries to load up left, but what they go left is the hips go forward, and guess what happens? It just tilts back. So we move our low point even more back. Get the shoulders tilted. I know it's going to feel awkward, like you're going like this, but that's okay because we're moving in front of the ball, which is what we want to be. Embrace awkward. Let's check this out here. Let me get my shoulders leaning level. I'm going to make sure that this club stays out here, and I'm going to make sure I brush the grab in front and turn and face the target. Let's see if it works. Put a little bit of spin on that range ball there. You can get a little softer with it, which is what we're going to do on this next one. So we have this club going out here. Number one, trail arm is going to be wide. We're going to make sure we land in front, and we're going to turn and face the target. You're having trouble getting in front. Remember, we got to slide forward, and we're not going to fall forward if we push up. This is the key. There's not one good chipper who is moving their center of mass down through impact. Everybody's moving up. They're going up through impact. So out here, I'm going to brush the ground in front and face the target. I'm going to try to put a little more loft on this with a different release. Let's see, I'm pretty close to this thing. We're going to do forward. Even that range ball, it's a pretty good spin on it. Look how dirty that glove is too. You just got to prepare for the water. You got to prepare when you're dealing with what kind of grass conditions you have. Those are the main things I want you to look out for. Now, if you're having trouble with this rotation of the body and how to move it, I like this feel this like crack. I know I'm doing a bunch of different things with this, but this is kind of like getting a bunch of things together. Feel like your elbows almost pinch into your rib cage to help you feel a little bit more rotational. Try high, soft shot. So whatever the grass is, it doesn't matter. I'm going to play a shot be right here. It is down in the divot, and I'm going to show you how this works. Because when you are able to hit the ground second, you're able to hit the shot. Look at that shot. See how nice and soft that was? That was in a divot. So when people tell me the fairway is too far, we can't do it, I just hit it out of the divot. And you saw how nice and soft that was. What did I do? All those techniques I just told you, and I make sure I get in front of it. I'm not trying to scoop under and lift it up. I know I covered a lot of things. You can find each of those segments in one of my YouTube videos. Have a question? Let me know. Leave it down below. And also check out my drills guide. I got a bunch of different drills. All you got to do is go to egsgolf.com/my-drills. You have trouble finding, just go to egsgolf.com. Hey, thanks for watching Erik Schjolberg, EGS Golf and the Science of Air Golf.